think we're going to see here now, though?
This is a typical Fish buy. Have a look. Full armor. CT side. Yeah, but yeah, Rod's going for these nades, looking like some kind of set piece there, going over towards B. So, assuming some tree smokes, maybe some door smokes onto the site, Molotovs to clear up plateau, maybe even into drop down, and they are going to be setting up these smokes for a very early take Fish, not probing for the aggression, but this 4-stack on B is going to be very important. As well with Kita pushing up a little bit towards middle and A, he's going to get some information on the whereabouts of these Ts, but smokes are going to start to fly out. I can imagine flashes will follow, and Royals, they are going to be dancing their way out onto this B site.
Yeah, they're slightly reluctant though, they're still just barreling out. Eventually they get onto the site and the bomb will go down in the smoke, but he gets shut down by Robin immediately. But it is 4v4 and Robin is going to get boosted up onto tree here. So is he going to catch out CRMG? He can't get him as Capers picks up 2. CRMG eventually goes down to Sliggy, but there is the advantage for Royals UK now. Neff here on long is going to be able to try to dance around as Sliggy gets shut down, and now it's just Kita as the lone defender. Everything to do, 1 versus 2. It is possible if he can catch Neff, but Capers was there. Just there on Fountain to make sure he shut him down, and now Royals UK with the early lead.
Yep, 1-0, very clean, and a surprise as well, because we assumed that Fish going into this matchup would have an easy start, but Capiz, just BM him in chat, because why not? Of course, why not BM in chat? So Royals, they are going to have that 1-0. Fish, they're going to be force buying as per usual, and Sliggy, he's actually on that Mag 7, so an interesting buy there. I can imagine a drop-down play of some sort, with the rest of them just going for the full pistols. There
is a little bit of back-and-forth banter going on in the chat, and we'll warn the players to be a little bit careful with what they are saying, but you know, this is always good to create rivalries. Unfortunately, it's not a rivalry that Royals really want to take. Fish are at the kind of second place in the leaderboard, and Royals are bottom at the moment. But they've started things off well, and there's one thing I want to note on about the Fish123 lineup. Batham is in there instead of Cinder. So Batham did miss out last week, but he was in there in the original weeks. As I said, Fish123 can swip and swap accordingly, and they still seem to perform phenomenally as Sliggy is taking an aggressive approach with the Swag 7, but he turns away at just the wrong moment, and now they're going to push on to this A site.
Yep, clean entry so far. Fish yet to get a frag, and already the 2 rotators off B are going to be left alone as Royals. They should have this bomb down in a mere matter of seconds. Plenty of utility to hold these CTs out of the site, and I think already Fish have realised this. They know this round's going to be over for them, and they've just got to hold for some exits here. Deagle and 5-7, perfect for holding. But again, Royals, very clean round, not what you'd expect here. Sliggy got very unfortunate with that timing over towards A-Long.
That just describes Counter-Strike in mere seconds. You're watching 1 point for ages, you just turn away, you just scratch your nose, and as soon as you do so, you get punished for it. And as you said, Shaq and Kita, unfortunately, aren't even going to try and retake this one. They're going to save the measly weapons that they do have, as they could become very important in the next round. But there is going to be some hunting from the Royals members. Jack's going to get caught out, though, by Kita. And Shaq's going to try and find one for himself as well. But he gets shut down by Tesco. And that just leaves Kita, who is also dead. So they can't even, for all that waiting at long, they can't even save those pistols.
Nope, all over, but again, not really expecting too much from this round from Fish anyway, even with a couple of saved pistols. They've got Robin, you know, buying up that Zeus, why not? You don't get any money reward from that kill, but it can take a rifle off of the hands of Royals and put it in the hands of Robin, and that could be dangerous as well. The lone Swede here, he could go pretty nuts with an AK. So we're going to see a fast play up and towards middle from Royals, taking those long-range fights, but Sliggy, somehow he opens things up with 2 kills with the USP. Robin as well, he's going to get a kill with a Zeus. What is happening here? Only 1 trade frag from Royals, and they're instantly in a 4v2 on a full rifle buy.
Yeah, and Tesco is very low on HP as well. I mean, I was going to question Robin buying the Zeus, but, well, it did pull off in the end. And like a shotgun, he was able to just get up close and personal and almost making a statement. We saw there was a little bit of back and forth words, choice words from Royals and Fish. And Robin was saying, don't embarrass yourself, boys. Don't get ahead of yourselves just taking the pistol. We're the better side here. And now he's making a statement, getting the kill with the Zeus. I'm surprised he didn't pull out a comment after that, but definitely the back's against the wall for Royals now. They need to just, they are going to go for this. I mean, you've got an AK, you've got an SMG, but Sliggy has got an AK of his own, so they need to be very careful pushing in.
Indeed they do. The utility is going to be, you know, a lifesaver for them, though. If they can utilize that correctly, if they know some smokes to this A site, it can cleanly get them onto it. But maybe they just want to play the element of surprise, not expose their positions, just sneak their way up onto it. Tesco, he's going to be opening things up, but actually Capers, he's going to start off. He gets dinked, though, with no damage going out, so this is actually quite dangerous for Royals. Both of them are very tagged up now. The time is low. Tesco is going to grab one. Shaq goes down, but there's still one more on the site, and they need to clean him out. I don't think they even know where he is, but he's just going to be spotted. Molotov will force him in the open. Capers takes the frag, and now a 2v2 with a bomb. It's yet to be planted.
Yeah, that Molotov really coming into effect. As you said, utility very important for Royals UK at the moment. Still low on health, but Tesco's done well to stay alive, and now there is a couple of flashbangs and a smoke to still work with. They can delay this slightly, but Sliggy is going to feel confident with the AK pushing onto this site. Robin is going to come from behind and will catch out Capers, and now it's just Tesco on 7 HP, and Sliggy will find him. The defuse will come in, and somehow Fish have won what seemed like an unwinnable round.
Yeah, apparently so. Just full pistols. Nice work from Sliggy though in middle at the beginning of the round. Somehow taking 2 kills with the USP, you never see that happening. And a real upset round, I guess you can say. But at the end of the day, Royals are still able to buy. Look at their money, it's great. They had a flawless second round on the anti-eco, so they kept a lot of their money into this round. So it's not going to be too bad. Fish obviously still buying up to counter that, but it's going to be rifles across the board. No, spicy little SMGs or shotguns coming in for this round. And we're going to have to see the full bane of attack that Royals have to show.
Yeah, perhaps questions could be asked about the last round for Royals and whether they should have been pushing through middle in against an ecoing Fish. You've always just got to try and get some distance between the opposition, but I suppose Cobble is quite difficult to do that sometimes. Maybe I would have liked to seen a long A or something, but still, there are some up and close and personal quarters that you can always get caught out by, so in hindsight, it's hard to say whether it was a bad decision from Royals or just fantastic pistol work from Fish. As now Royals are just edging their way around A long here. Neff's got aggressive and pushed down to B long, but he's been caught out by both of them, and now they are a man down here.
You should have that buddy system in play. Pushing out Solo's only going to end up with a death. Oh no, Sliggy's full flash, but he shoots anyway. They wouldn't have checked the corner otherwise. And Jack's going to take him down, but still, Tesco close in position. Keita's going to drop him. Now it's a 4-on-3. Keita's position is known though by Royals, and they're going to overrun him before he can double down with the second kill. Bomb is going to be making its way to the site. Fish, zero utility aside from a flashbang to try and retake this one. And the same on Royals as well.
Bob needs to go down, Capers will do so, and now the retake is going to be on for Fish123. They've got weapons to work with. There is CRMG just sat close on door. He's going to pop out and find both Shaq and Batham, and what a way to shut down any sort of retake. Robin will respond though, and now he's got it all to play for in a 1 versus 2. He's going to see if he can find out Capers, which he will, but thankfully the cross was there from Jack to make sure that the round goes in Royals' favour. I mean, that was close. Robin almost took that one, but thankfully there was the cross there.
Yeah, nice crossfire setup, and 3-1 for Royals. They reset the economy of Fish after that 1 round win, and now we're just going to see an AWP, an M4 and 3 pistols. This is a typical Fish buy, but you can barely blame the 4, so they're going to have to double eco anyway, and Sliggy had enough money, so why not go for the YOLO buy? Let's see if he can make it work, and he definitely can. When you have 1 AWP on the CT side, you can just throw that around between players, allow one player to get a kill, maybe chuck it over or reposition to another side of the map, and they can easily shut down these Ts fairly efficiently, but is he on the right side? That's the question. It seems he's not, as Royals, they start their charge with the B.
Yeah, but the Deagle's not going to do enough as Capers opens onto Batham. Tesco will be there to take down Shaq as well. And the members of Fish are falling like flies, just stuck at door. They can't do anything with the weapons that they do have. And the only weapon that's going to do any damage is stuck over at A site, and now Sliggy is most likely going to back off and save that one and just use Keita perhaps as a shield, just to get aggressive, try and delay Royals UK, try and stop Fish from being able to get caught out by any hunting members. As Keita will find an M4, but he finds it in smoke and he's seen by Jack.
Yep, Sliggy should get away with this gun here. Royals have the money to chase, but apparently they're just going to be taking this one slow. Not really wanting to lose any rifles here, although they don't really know the gun that Sliggy has, of course, which is quite dangerous. Obviously, if they're going to start chasing that, he should be able to get himself a kill or 2, but it seems that they won't get to his position in time. Just Neff probing, rest of them staying around the bomb just to be safe. And another round for Royals. This is a great T-side start to a team that we assumed would just be wiped away.
Yeah, it's one of those things where Royals have just able to get a good start and they managed to catch Fish off guard a little bit. But the thing with Fish is, I remember in week 2, I believe they were about 12-3 down and they were able to win a game 16-12. They're one of those teams that they've won 12 rounds on the bounce, I believe, and they are one of these comeback teams that as soon as they get the momentum going, as soon as they get confident in their shot, they are extremely dangerous and you have to be worried about what they're going to do. Just pistols again around Sliggy, so a lot of responsibility on him. Keita is able to open the killing onto Tesco and finds Neff as well, so he's going to be rewarded with a gun. Capers really needs to trade onto Keita here, which he does just about with only 4 HP to survive, but perhaps damage already done by Keita.
That 90 damage onto their head was very dangerous, but safely we're going to see Royals throwing these guns at the map, so Fish can't retrieve them if they aggressively rotate through the flank. And Robin, now on the site, if he can tag down Capers to death, he should be in a perfect position to do so, but it's not going to be able to land a shot. Instead, he gets headshot by Jack, and now rotations in for Fish. assuming Royals should be able to close this one out if they don't lose K-Piz very fast, or Jack, in fact. Batham's going to take him down. What's happening? The pistols are working out once again. It's just going to be Royals left with 2 remaining players. One of them is so low, CRMJ. He's going to be able to catch out another, but he gets stinked in the process. Look at this, these pistols, the run and gun, it's working perfectly. Batham catches out another. Now it's all on CRMJ, but nothing will be found. Batham goes absolutely massive. 3 kills for him, 2 for Keita, and Fish, that's 2 pistol rounds. 2
pistol rounds indeed, and you've got to give credit to Keita for being able to pick up those 2 early kills. He almost got 3. If he got the 3k, that would have been absolutely filthy, but Keita's been doing this week after week, and that was why he was our MVP from week 3, from last week. He was able to get those kills whilst lurking, whilst defending, whilst just taking his angles so successfully. So now Fish, when they looked like they were starting to lose this game, Royals were running away with it a little bit, they're back into it once again, and now they've got enough money to buy up, but they need to make sure these rounds count. If Royals UK can take this one, then it becomes dire straits for Fish123 once again.
Indeed it does, and it looks like we're going for the fast B here. Royals want to switch up the pace, but a counter smoke comes in. They're still going to push right through. Neff, he gets tagged down to 50 by the HE, but it doesn't matter. They're onto the site just at the blink of an eye. Tesco going to get the entry. Batham trades with a double kill as well towards the rock, and Robin just going to spray through the smoke like it's nothing. 3 kills already down at the return of only 1. Bomb is going to be planted though, but no, apparently not. Robin disallows that through the smoke, and he gets himself another just to rub it in their faces. Fish dominate Royals.
You just said the Rockin' Robin, and all I could think of was tweet as Robin picks up the 3k, and as you said, he's just silencing Royals UK. After a little bit of back and forth words, Robin is not going to want to lose this game. He is going to be saying to his teammates, look, we are not going to be embarrassed by this lineup. We need to shut them down, put them to bed. As now Royals are going to be on the eco, and they are pushing fast down A long, it would seem, but Keito's boosted himself up. Does try and go for the first one, but he's not able to pick up the kill, and Jack turns around and finds him. Finds 2 on Sliggy as well, and now it's a 5v3, and they're trying to push in. Robin is the first point of defense, finds the first one onto K-Piz. Needs support from his teammates, needs the rotation to happen quickly though, as he can't quite find it, as Neff now picks up another.
What is happening with these pistols? How are they winning rounds? T-Sack, he's going to come back in with a 3k very, very fast. That was so important. Otherwise, I assumed that Royals would have picked up that round, but now, oh, it's not going to happen. Headshot comes in through the plywood, but we almost saw our 3rd pistol round win, this time from Royals.
And I know Endpoint threw a lot of eco rounds away when they played Cobblestone a couple of weeks back, but I didn't think it would come this close between Fish and Royals UK, to be honest, but here we are. Into round 9, it is 4-4. It's certainly closer than we had expected it, but perhaps this is the turning point for Fish to get a lead and start to hit those cogs. As Sliggy opens up the killing onto CRMJ. Nice early aggression from him is rewarded.
Yep, and the default held from Royals now, but they're man down, so that's really not a good position to be in. The bomb's outside A, the majority of them over towards B though in the meantime, just waiting for some aggression from the CT side, and you can see they're going to be giving it to him. It's Sack to push up. He's actually repositioning. This is a great bait spot. Baton can peek, Baton can take the fights, and Sack, he can just support when needed, or chuck out a complimentary flashbang on Molotov to hold them down, but instead they're both swapping, still with this double play though, and the bomb, it's making its way from middle, potentially back to B. So if that does happen, Royals may just be walking into a very, very nice setup from Fish.
Yep, they need to be careful. You can see that K-Piz has boosted himself onto Tesco's head. See if he can catch anyone. He doesn't quite see Shaq. He tries to fire some bullets, but unfortunately doesn't land any of them. Shaq's still on 100 HP. And you're right, the bomb has moved its way round to B, and they're going to go for this take. But do they know Batham is there is the real question. You've definitely got to check it. Whether it's going to be your entry player or your second entry, one of you has to do it, otherwise it's going to be very punishing. As now the push comes through, Batham will pop out at exactly the right moment, just as the flashes and the smokes were coming out. And they still aren't looking at them, as now he pops out, finds 2, doesn't quite find the 3rd. Shaq will come in to finish off Neff though, and just leaving Jack as a sole survivor, and he should go down. Yes, he does. Shaq completes the round.
Nice bait play though. I like how at least I think it was Shaq, spotting over on stairs, didn't fully commit to the fight when he saw that player that was boosted. I think it was Tesco. And he just hid. He waited because he knew with that bait play, with that crossfire, of course, he could easily shut down any players that were going to make their way out towards Plateau. So safe play from Fish. It rewards them greatly. And now look, Royals are on pistols, although I can't count them out after the way that this match has been going.
Yeah, we never know, but the Molotov will come down to stop any quick push. He's going to drop down. Robin will just shut down Jack immediately, and the rest of his team have pushed out onto long. They're onto site. Neff is on Fountain, but Shaq's there to respond. Finds 1, finds 2, looks for a 3rd on K-Piz. The K-Piz are just dancing around box, but eventually the head is blown off. And now Fish take a 6-4 lead. And Royals now really need to put one on the board. This is where it can start to get out of control if they do lose this one.
Yeah, if they lose this, I'd like to see maybe a pause. We haven't seen any pauses tonight, despite a few stomps. Just a moment to chill out, to chat, and to work out what's going wrong. I can imagine that they are, getting quite worried as Fish are starting to pull rounds together here on the CT side. But Royals setting up this default again. Sliggy's back on the AWP, and he may be going for an aggressive peek. He's down in towards Matrix for the time being, though, so just holding for the aggression. So at least Royals won't be losing an early man like they did a couple of rounds ago. But CRMJ, he's up on his own AWP. He's going to be posted up towards long, and they are just going to be holding back for the time being on Royals. Just establishing this default, waiting for Fish to get aggressive as they typically do, and if in that case they will, they'll be able to, hopefully, on the side of Royals, pick up a couple of early frags.
Yeah, Royals just taking their time here, as you said, hoping that Fish make the first mistake, but you'd expect Fish not to kind of push out, especially how some of those pistol rounds have gone and some of the mistakes that have happened so far, but certainly when you've got confidence like Fish123 do, it can be detrimental sometimes.
Look at this position though from Chak, sorry. He's in this new angle, I think, that just recently got reintroduced with the update of Cobble. He's actually baiting himself around the corner. I think we'll have a look at it when they start to enter the site. But this is just a little corner that got added in the latest update. They just made the angle deeper towards the door. So let's see if they check it, because most teams aren't going to be aware of this. Look at this. This is perfect. I don't think anyone has a clue, because you never usually get to hide here. It gets checked though. Capers takes him down. That could have been influential. Still, the entries out onto the site going to be going in the way of Royal so far, and the bomb should be going down with 30 seconds left.
You'd like to think so. It's good that they are checking all the corners, even the new ones that have been freshly added, or newish, I guess, as Keita is now going to try and push down, see if he can catch these members off guard, but unfortunately he can't. Neff will win that battle, and Sliggy is going to retreat with the AWP, and Robin's going to join him as well. I'm glad they did check it. I mean, when you were saying that you didn't think they were going to check it, I was like, well, I hope so.
That got added 2 days ago or something like that. Literally.
Oh, wait, it's even deeper now?
Yeah. That angle's always been there, but you couldn't hide from stairs. You could get peeked. Even if you were looking against the wall, your back or your legs would show out.
Right, I see.
But I think in the last update, which was, what, a day or two ago, or something like that, they made the corner deeper. So I was expecting no one to check that because, it's a new angle. Why would you check it? But luckily Capers does. I think he was more so looking towards the broken corner wall, the little corner you can hide in under stairs, but either way he saw him, and that's what's important. Now they're aware that this is an angle that can be played. I'm expecting to see that on ecos as well a lot.
Yeah, I think it was almost hesitancy as well from Shaq. He was thinking, if they're going to walk past me, I might be able to make a big play here, so he didn't fire straight away. He had some trigger discipline, and unfortunately he was punished for doing so, but good that Royals UK did get that kill. It was an important one, and now they are just one round behind, and they are very much in this game, a game that we thought would be a bit of a stomp, to be honest, but I guess that was judging on past results, and it's hard to take what Royals UK are capable of as Tesco gets that pick. They've gone for that boost every round, and Sliggy obviously didn't get that communication from his team. He wasn't able to find them. But Royals have got a lot to play for. They are at the bottom of the table. They do have 0 points, and a default loss last week, so they want to show up here and show that they are still possible of getting wins in this tournament.
Yeah, that is a good note to say though, but Sliggy's been playing over towards the EA site, so he couldn't have known about this boost unless it was communicated, and as you said, obviously not. That will end in his demise, and now we see these Royal players pushing up to A. Keita, he's going to have to go massive, the double AWP setup. He tags down the second player after a quick kill, going to looking for more. He misses a shot and he's going to get overrun, actually wallbanged by the AWP. Capers gets himself another entry, and Fish, they look like they had the defensive A on lockdown, but Chak, he's going to get mollied down to 50. It's looking like a save is already going to be coming in. There's a bomb. It's planted for Royals.
Yeah, Royals UK right back into this one. Going to tie it up 6-6 as Batham and Shaq are going to have to back off. And I almost wonder, whether Royals had the game plan of trying to get in the heads of Fish. I mean, I'm not going to... Fish are full of some fantastic players, but these players know they are fantastic. And if you've got players like Royals UK questioning them, giving them a little bit of grief, as we saw, Robin was saying, look, I don't think you should be giving us this. You're not as good as us. And
not as eloquently as that, though.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'll give him... Yeah. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt and say that he was being respectful to his opposition.
Oh.
But Royals UK very much in the heads of Fish123 and very much in this game.
Yeah, definitely. Not what we expected at all. We are on the first map, and We are going to see a pause called out from Tesco. I can imagine that's maybe a technical pause after they've won the last couple of rounds. So I don't imagine a tactical would make a lot of sense, but maybe they have something to talk about. Maybe they want to work out something. Obviously, a lot of their picks has been based off of that boost with Tesco, so maybe they're going to switch that up on the T side, not use that as much, save that until late game. Because again, if they keep using the same boost, we can see some pre-fires on there. And actually, Simple had a wall bang a while ago. It doesn't seem to be used too often. But if you position yourself with the AWP up against the broken wall just below stairs, there's a lineup where you can wallbang whoever's head glitching on that little boost spot that Tesco's been in. So if we see someone pull that out, that could be pretty phenomenal. But I can imagine they won't be exploiting that boost too often before it gets predictable.
Yeah, and we touched on it. We said perhaps there was just a lack of communication. Like Sliggy wasn't looking in that spot, and perhaps that has to be the first angle he checks. So really, to be a little more. And perhaps the went for is just calculated because we are the third round now. Fish dominating as we would, and was taking time in these rounds. Been slipping methodical, and they've put going to give back 7. Yeah, 5
guns hit Royals. Going to have a shot. We're going to see if we can actually for ERA. Keep the access, hold strong, but Fish, they have an advantage. This Royals have this booster. Look at this. Perfect. Out of guard. Second. Seconds. Kicking away. He's going to spot them. There's the first kill. Doesn't go in for more, but he's hungry. Gets taken down from out of 2. Fish the drive, going in man of retake against the Wolves.
So is now the pick up to Keita, second and it just leaves Jack and here 3 off. 4 in, but 3 was at the end. Stuff from disgusting on in 1 team on that so pulling and now take the lead.
Not something I would be expecting to say halfway in through a game, but maybe Fish have underclassed their opponent. Maybe they're expecting something a little less effective, but Royals have been showing off very nicely so far, and they're going to charge into B, it seems. Batham holding down the line with a nice bit of spray, almost team kills, but he gets himself one before he and his teammate gets traded. Amazing entries from Royals though so far.
Yep, it's now a 3v2. Sliggy just on rock, needs to try and stay alive. Needs some support from his teammate, but his teammate's just caught behind him, and the Molotovs are keeping them back. Keita manages to find his way through and picks up a kill on K-Piz. CRMJ responds through the wall onto Keita, and now it's just Sliggy as the lone defender. Needs to try and do anything. He's got a little bit of utility to work with, but CRMJ finishes him off with the AWP, and CRMJ is doing some real work right now.
He is having the game of his life. What's he at right now? Kills 12 and 9. Feels like he's on 20 and 9. He's just been smashing the faces of Fish up against the wall, and doing it very well as well. I'm not going to go into more detail before we get too graphic, family show and all that, but Fish now on the double scout, last buy of the half, and I didn't expect to say that they'd be fighting for their lives in this first map.
I mean, I'm expecting a strong T-side from Fish anyway, so I still think they're very much in this, but I think even they would be considering themselves to be performing a lot better. And that's why I was wondering whether there is a little bit of mind games going on that has slightly tilted them a little bit. I mean, they'll probably tell me that that is rubbish, and they'll tweet me later saying, we weren't tilted, we knew that we were still going to win this game. But it makes for interesting viewing, guys, come on. As they are going to push down long and be greeted by Bane.
Oh, but he's not going to be able to get anything. Just sprays away, unable to connect. Sack, he gets himself one, but again, the trades and the refrags going in the way of Royals. They have only lost one player, and look at the damage received, though. So much of them on such low HP. Fish unable to get themselves back into this round here. They've got to push in. It's the last round of the half. It's going to be the pistol out for Sliggy as the scout isn't going to be able to connect too many shots here. And what can you even say when you're Fish in this position? It's surely going to be the round of Royals.
It should be. Sliggy just trying to fire any shots through smoke, see if he can find anything. I hope, I dream. Keita pushes in, but he's shut down as well. And a 9-6 first half lead to Royals. And I'm really impressed.
I am very impressed, yeah.
Considering they are bottom of the table, they haven't even won a map. They are contesting with Fish, who are second in the league table. Okay, Fish are without Cinder. That's one of the things I really want to touch on. in week 1 they were without Cinder and Shaq, and they drew with Impulse. They then brought Cinder and Shaq back for weeks 2 and 3. However, now without Cinder, it looks like they're lacking a little bit. Batham's come back, and Batham is a phenomenal player, don't get me wrong, but Cinder was one of those players who was performing out of his skull on CT side especially, and he was getting those 4Ks, those 3Ks, those holds on CT side, and that seems what Fish are lacking at the moment.
Yeah, definitely. I hope to see them step up on the T side. They are a T-sided team, I guess you could say, fairly, and on Cobble, a map that is very difficult to control on the CT side without a lot of team play and teamwork. Maybe they will just come back in with a phenomenal storm on the T side, but yeah, you can't take it away from Royals. Great start so far. As long as they can continue the way they're going, this may be their map.
Maybe. I mean, pistol is going to be extremely important. If Royals are able to pick up that pistol and get those rounds following and not lose a pistol round that we've seen a couple of pistol rounds being lost, then Royals perhaps could be getting their first map of the Premiership on the board. However, I just can't count out Fish123. I know that they are full of such talent, and I think that their terrorist side is going to overwhelm them in the end.
Yeah, especially on Cobble. I mean, we've seen the amount of B rushes that Royals have been doing and how successful they've been. Just now switch the names round. Fish rushing B. I'm going to be quite scared if I'm Royals.
And do you think that is what Fish are going to do?
Oh,
do you
yeah,
think
surely,
they're just...
right. Surely their pistol's going to be a 2-drop 3 plat or something, won't it? As always. But no, honestly, aside from the jokes, like, yeah, I expect a lot of fast plays from Fish, because that is going to be what will catch Royals off guard.
Could that be their downfall, though? Could their overconfidence thinking, look, we're better than these players, why have we even dropped 9 rounds to them? Let's get aggressive and let's push in early, as we seem to have missed half of the round as the bomb has gone down. And Royals UK are in a 2v3 as Jack picks up the kill onto Sliggy, and it's just Jack and Capers left. They need to try and find more, though. It's definitely not an easy retake, but it's damn well possible.
Yeah, no kits either on Royals is going to make things way harder. They still catch up the kills though. Batham goes down. They can't afford to peek if you're on the side of Fish here. Jack's going to be round in the corner. He needs to go down here. Capers needs to land the shot, but he's not going to be able to. He goes down. Oh, sorry, Keita goes down. And Robin, he's going to be the last man standing. Has this gun for the long range? It's a P2K. That should be perfect. It's killing the diffuser, but the diffuser's coming in. He's sticking it. He takes down 1. He takes down 2. And Fish, they're going to pull it back. After a great half from Royals, it's finally going to come back to bite them.
Yeah, that's what Fish really needed. They needed Robin to stand up. We said he was the one to watch, and he gets just an incredible 2K, really. He was able to hold off well, and finding that one shot on the bomb diffuser was really important. If he wasn't able to find that first kill, the headshot, then that could have been a very different ending. But Robin is now going to buy up with the AK. He's not going to mess around with any SMGs, and it looks like they're going to slowly edge their way to B long here. And the SMG in hand for Batham. He is going to just burst in and use the burst fire and just absolutely try and destroy anything, try and get some lucky shots with the P90.
But MJ getting a bit aggressive here with a pistol. He's been known to do some work with the AWP, but maybe not with a 5.7. Sack takes him down. We will see a bit of response from Jack though with a scout, so some damage done from Royals so far, but still nothing Fish can be too worried about. They've still got a fair amount of utility and the rifle left on Robin as well. It's going to be so important, especially after his performance in the pistol round. And they haven't committed to anywhere yet either, so the bomb is still in their grasp, but they can still, rotate, go back towards A if they need to. And you can already see Robin and Keita are both probing that position. You can see Keita starting to make his way out in towards middle, but they still haven't committed, and you can see already, now they're back on off to B. There should be a B take.
And the worrying thing is, when you've got an AK in the hands of Robin, I mean, as I said, one of the most positive players in Premiership right now, a KD of 1.4, he's plus 41, or at least he was before this series started. So you've always got to be worried if he's going to buy up that AK, and as I say that, he gets the first kill onto Jack, and now they can push in. Neff will respond onto Sliggy, catches him off guard though, so it is 3v3, but the bomb's going to go down, and it's not going to be an easy retake for Royals. Do they find a gun, is the real question. Do they manage to pick one up? Yes, Neff will have an SMG, and they're actually going to decide, nope, we don't need to take this fight, we're just going to save this one.
Interesting decision there, because they really could have gone for that one. I mean, it was in contention, but I think the mindset behind it is, okay, if we save these pistols, we can bring them into the next round with the armor, post up again, maybe make something happen. We've seen a lot of pistol wins already, so yeah, no, there is a really good chance if they just reposition, try and use that deagle to get a pick early on over towards Pato or middle, and yeah, Royals giving up maybe what some would say is a potential retake, but it makes sense.
I guess they don't want to give away any easy money to the likes of Batham and Keita as well with those SMGs.
Yeah.
When you've only got a pistol, it can be unnecessary, and I suppose with Neff picking up the SMG, they thought it was worth the save, but it will be the round going in the favour of Fish. of course, with the save happening, you can see Robin there, 17 kills, 13 deaths, so improving on his somewhat incredible KD already. On the other side, Royals UK are performing well as well, considering they are all currently negative across the season. They have struggled in the opening weeks. They are keeping in this game, and they're definitely making it a good one. Definitely an entertaining one, at least.
Yeah, I can't fault that. The B stack is well coming out for Royals. They are switching up the pace, and this is up against how Fish has been playing, majoritarily hitting B, as you would expect on Cobble. And Royals stacking it is just a way to try and counter it and try and make this, you know, save of the weapons work out again. Because if we see again a fast B, this time Royals are going to be a little bit better equipped for this one. Maybe the minus of the scout, but they've still got the weapons to work with, as well as this SMG on Nep. So let's see if Fish are walking into the trap. It seems like they will be already setting up, but Robin, he's just going to eliminate it the first like it's nothing. Headshot onto CRMJ, and now the push coming out.
Yeah, Molotov will come down though to stop anything. Sliggy gets sprayed down to 29%, but can't get the final kill. Next there to finish it off, thankfully. And Fish, unfortunately, can't quite push through because they had to wait for that Molotov. Now Royals can rotate and they can stack onto this B site. And perhaps Fish will even think about retreating. Yes, they will. You can see they're just going to run. They say, well, none of that fight. You've set up, and we're going to push around to A instead.
Yeah, but maybe it's a bit of a fake on themselves because they still have the bomb, unsure of where to go. He's finally going to make his way back towards middle. Oh, okay, maybe not. The bomb's been traded, and now that's going back towards B. I don't think Fish even know what they're doing this round. They're going to throw smokes up to A, and then they're going to send their players back towards B. It makes sense, but it doesn't seem like Royals are fully committed. They've still got Jack over towards his site, and it's going to be made obvious as the flashes come back in. The double fake, I guess, has forced a lot of players to retake this one, so it could be doable here for Fish. With 10 seconds, they need to get the bomb down. They will. Robin gets the entry as well. Batham follows up, and actually, the bait play worked.
It really did. You saw all of Royals, they rotated around to A, and then now they've had to come and try and do the retake, and the retake's going to be difficult when you're just pistols against other guns. And Neff is the lone survivor with a UMP and only 20 HP. Can't find a kill as Robin picks up yet another. And once again, he's the MVP of the round. And at the moment, he's probably my MVP of the game. He's performing extremely well.
Definitely so, and now we're going to see the scores equalised up to 9-9 as Royals go into their bye, so this is where a certain team is going to take the lead. There's a very good chance, obviously, that Royals can come back into this one on a storm on the CT side, but even if they do, Fish have the money to buy up in the upcoming round regardless of the outcome. So that is something at least Fish can fall back on if they do manage to give away this round to the CT side. And I don't even see that happening at this point, because look at the setup from Fish, it's perfect. They've got majority of their players with the bomb over towards A, and Royals have set up for the full B stack aside from Neff here, who doesn't even have any utility to hold these players off.
Yeah, a lot of work for Neff. You can see that Keita was just waiting around at A-long as well, as the flashes will come through, so Neff's going to be well aware that a push is going to happen soon. And he can hear the bullets being fired, so he's nervy. He doesn't know where they're going to be pushing from. He needs to make a decision as to what he is going to watch. But he needs to be careful, because he might get caught out. He's going to hear the footsteps now, probably from Batham. He didn't hear them at all, so the jump was perfect from Batham, and it manages to pick up the kill onto Neff with the P90, and he's rewarded with an M4 as a present.
Yeah, that's the issue. If you play one player over towards A and he has to hold both middle and long control, you can't watch all these positions at the same time. So you're going to get caught out in angles like that. Unlucky for Neff, but at least Royals have rotated two players back over. But again, Fish, it's all a fake. It's all a bait play. Baton goes down in mid, but the bomb's already rotated. And Royals, they must be expecting an A play by now. They haven't heard anything over towards B. And as these players start to commit towards long, they go, oh God, hurry up, send the forces back towards B, because it's been the fake play that we've seen from Fish so much this half.
Yeah, Capers gets to spray down onto Robin through the flash though. Shaq's going to be shut down by Tesco. Does stand in the Molotov, and Keita's able to pick up that kill. And now it's 2v2 as Sliggy takes down CRMJ. As Sliggy goes down though, so it's just Tesco and Jack left. But with Keita, the lone player from the terrorist side with an M4 now to work with, needs to be careful, needs to check both of his angles, can see Tesco in Chicken Hut there, and he's going to get aggressive. He knows he needs to take him down if he wants to win this round.
Oh my
but
God.
Tesco's just going to dance around and try and get some support from his teammate. Keita will eventually shut him down, and now it's just Jack left. And this is going to be an interesting 1v1, but of course, time has run out. And as I was getting excited, it's not going to be enough.
That bait from Tesco was brilliant, just running around the boxes knowing there was no time to go for the plant if he just delayed it, and even the spray down through the wall just to add insult to injury. No save coming out there for Fish, and Royals, they're actually going to take the lead now, but as I said, Fish still having the money to buy up, so we will see the full AK by Sliggy on the Glock. I can imagine someone's throwing a UMP over or something of the sort, maybe a Tet 9, but yeah, they have a fair bit of money, but he's going to go for the Tet 9 anyway. And Fish, now they've got to fight back, they've got to reset Royals, and there's a very good chance they can do so with 2 Mag 7s up, but a bit of a surprise play as we see an early boost, but you can already see Fish are more than aware of the possibility of this.
Yeah, I'm wondering if they heard it, or if they're just being very cautious with their play. Considering that Molotov, I'd suggest they didn't hear it, but Sliggy will be more than aware of what angle anyone could hold if they are going to be boosted up, and he'll get a Swag 7 as a reward. And now Neff is also going to try and hold an early angle here. Does push in, finds one onto Keita. Keita's often playing that position himself, holding the Mag 7, but thankfully Batham was there to trade off, and now Royals UK a man down here.
4 on 3 though. Fish looking like they want to hit over towards A again. They are just being so mysterious with their site takes. They're not making it clear. Even when the bomb gets spotted and Royals rotate, it seems like it's all a big fake. But Sliggy, he's cleared out B. That's going to force the player back towards the B site, and that's the wrong move because they've already made their way up long. K-Piss goes down in connector. This Tech 9 is working better than the AKs, and Sack, he's going to close it out for Fish. 10 to 10. They reset the economy of Royals, and the loss bonus back into effect.
How on earth is Sliggy able to get a 3k like that against
Balanced
rifles?
pistols, Dan. Balanced pistols.
I mean, absolutely ridiculous stuff, but impressive nonetheless. And Fish tied up once again, and it's an awkward buy for Royals. But they are buying up anyway. They're saying, we need this round, let's buy what we can, let's get a little bit of utility, some sort of weapons. I want to see more work from the Mag 7s this time, and Tesco's going to have to do some work with the Scout as well, as Robin is just trying to spray through the smoke, see if he can catch anyone. He knows there are people there, he heard them jump up. But he's not able to get any real damage. Does take down K-Piz to 83, and actually Tesco is quite low as well. So he does a little bit of damage, but not anything that's fatal.
Yeah, look at this molly though. Perfect. Going to land in. Teammate support trying to come out from the plateau box there, but it's not going to be able to work because the molly just goes over that angle. Robin gets himself the first kill of the round. K-Piz is out of the count, but still, Tesco has this scout. If he can catch a couple of quick headshots here, it could just completely deny the push from Fish. But at this point, they are going to be more than well equipped to deal with this, and yeah, Tesco doesn't even know if they've pushed up or not. He's not aware. He's going to hear some footsteps, so Robin gets caught down to only 3 HP, but there's no grenades to finish him off here. Tesco's just going to be flashed out and blinded. Jack, he holds down one, but Keita's just going to entry up and sack as well. 2 for him. There's nothing shown from Royals, and the force buy, it's going to be quenched.
Neff picks up one onto Shaq though, keeps a very unhopeful dream alive, and eventually is taken down. But the worrying thing is, Fish have got 5 players who are all good at entry. That's what's the sad thing for Royals, is they are really going to struggle to hold when you've got such phenomenal individual aim battle players on the side of Fish, as they take the lead now and they have got weapons, and it will be against the eco of Royals. And Royals are going to need something spectacular. They're going to get back into this game now.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point to talk about as well. You can sometimes see some teams, they lose their entry fragger on the first kill and they don't get the refrag, and they're 5 on 4 down going, oh god, what do? We haven't got our entry now. But Fish, they can all take that role. It doesn't matter. It's a mixed team. They can go nuts. And Robin, he's going to be trying to go nuts. He'll get himself the first kill. The molly doing a lot of damage as well. He's not connecting the bullets though, and CRMJ, he's going to trade. But to the loss of his life, as Royals are just left on 2 pistols remaining.
Yeah, Capers can't push through as well. He does just go to the right of the smoke, but Sliggy's there to eliminate him, and now it's just Jack left on his own. There's no reason why he shouldn't try and get a kill here. No point backing off, nothing to save.
That P2K,
I mean, yeah, it's really important. This is an amazing gun, but it's going to be a 12-10 to Fish, and Royals. The next round is possibly the most important round of the game for Royals UK.
Yeah, definitely. With Fish taking a 2-round lead, and Royals going into their bye, it's going to be very difficult to get back in if they lose it, because it will be 13-10 up, and it'll be an anti-eco, so likely 14-10 up, and that's a really hard scoreline to come back on when you're Royals. So yeah, they're going to have to pick up this round surely. If they don't, then they are facing a serious trouble. But let's see what happens. They don't have an AWP, they don't have any kits, but they have full rifles, so something to work with, and the utility. But the lack of kit, it may come back to haunt them, and I'm sure we'll be talking about that in about 30 seconds' time.
Yeah, perhaps lack of kit will hurt, but Royals maybe need to try something a little bit different. It's not been going particularly well for them on their CT side as at the moment. As we said earlier, Fish have just been entering so well, and Royals haven't been able to hold their angles. And once again, Neff is the lone defender over at A site. He's going to throw down a smoke just to try and delay anyone from pushing him. But as we said, he's trying to hold 2 different angles. And if they do go for that A site, it should be an easy kill for them. But he is going to back off to a more defensive position, and Jack's going to come and try and help. So perhaps there was a little bit of footsteps heard by Neff, some information told to his teammates, and that's why they're pushing round. But I've got to give it to Fish123. Their T side has been pretty spectacular, to be honest.
Oh, Robin, he's trying to fake the drop. I'm not sure if Tesco believed that at all, but He made the jump sound. Sometimes teams can really fall for that really hard and check the wrong angle, but he's still posted up there. I think Tesco might have the knowledge. And Fish sending a few players up towards A to probe for some information. Robin going to get spotted in the process. The flash goes in. They know he's dropped for serious now, and they are just going to smoke it off. They don't want to fight him at all. He's just going to be waiting, but his role is basically just to split in through A, through the connector, but actually, maybe it's changed. As a bomb, it's going to be wrapping back towards B. He can just come in and through drop down now and do some damage, but look at the stack from Royals. They have 3 players on the site, 1 close in connector as well. Jack will be quick to rotate, but Robin, he's going to get the entry from drop, and Fish, they're going to start to converge on the site.
They love their double fakes, but Tesco responds onto Robin, and now it's 4v4. Batham will pick one up, pushing in, but Capers in that new position that we said, finds 1, finds 2, doesn't quite find the third, as Sliggy once again with that will find the kill.
No,
and he tries
9
to plant it
seconds
through the smoke, and just 5 seconds left now, and that should be round over. Kita having to retreat. So Royals UK are able to hold, and that was that new position that you spoke about, that deeper corner from Capers. He was able to pop out and get the 2k.
Why would you try and plant when you have 5 seconds left in the open? He had time to make it to the site to hide behind the pillar. Obviously, he probably still would have gone down due to the aggression, but even so, that's so dangerous just sitting in the open when a player just sitting on the other side of the smoke could just spray you down. So Sliggy probably should have gone for the safer plant there, but either way, I think the round would have ended with the same result, and that is Royals picking it up. So at least they're back in this one, but Fish, they want to switch at the pace. Fast B player teams, a Tech 9 or Sliggy, and we know what he's like with that gun, and we're talking about it now. 2 kills from him. CRMJ going to return with his own pistol, gets himself another double, but Robin, he's coming in back for more. 2 versus 1 now. Jack's down, and Neff versus Kita. The ultimate showdown on who can pick up this round. Neff only has a pistol though. He's going to have to find a rifle to play with.
Yeah, needs a weapon, needs one fast, but Kita's not going to put the bomb down just yet, so Neff can definitely wait it out. Perhaps when he hears the plant, that's when he'll make his move and try and get onto site. Hopefully his teammates have been able to communicate with him and let him know where weapons are on this B site, as now the bomb is going to go down from Kita. He is going to just go for the fake though. Is well aware that there could be a player lurking around. He doesn't know that he just has a Mag 7. He doesn't know that he just has a pistol to work with. He's going to be scared of anything. An M4, perhaps an AK that might have been picked up off a dead body.
Oh no.
And Neff is rotating round.
Oh, no.
He thinks it's A, but Neff has done well. He's going to hear Kita. He's going to catch Kita off guard. And somehow, Neff, with no reason to win that round, is able to pick it up. Kita just second-guessing himself and heading over to A site.
That's one of those positions you should just plant. You have the site, you should just plant. If you want to check plateau, if he thought that Kita was flanking, or Neff was flanking, sorry, he should have just checked plateau. He should have checked long, he should have checked drop, not just run through connector. Oh, I don't like that play at all. Could have just planted, but they're going to give away the round regardless. We are going to see Royals equalise things up, and in great fashion they've done it as well. So it's a surprise to see this scoreline so late in the game. But Kita, he's going to open things up. Nice entry from Fish. They've lost 2 players down to 30 HP, but they've still got a man advantage, and that's what's important.
I'm not sure the aggressive play was needed from Neff, but perhaps a little bit of adrenaline in his body from the last round, as Jack can't pick up the kill onto Robin. Does take him down pretty low though, 17 HP. A lot to do now for the remaining members of the CTs, as the bomb is actually going to go down this time from Kita. And the players of Royals are just going to retreat off. They don't need to face this one. They are only 1 round down if they lose this. And obviously, if they lose these weapons, they will struggle to buy up. So important that they save what they do have.
Yeah, they need at least 3 going into the next round. They're not even rifles either, so this is just such dire straits for Royals. And look at this Sack. He's just hunting. He's hungry. He wants more, but Tesco, he's going to take him down. It's going to be an AK retreat for Royals, and that's very positive. But the thing is, Royals, they could have gone for that. Obviously, they're not to know, but 3 players, 30 HP or less. So, could have been doable, but I guess the safer play is just to bring the rifles into the next round. Somehow, Royals are making it costly for Fish, but at the end of the day, they won the round. They can still buy up. They've got a bit left in their banks. And I don't like this aggression from CRMJ. He needs to keep onto this AK. They need at least 3 guns to facilitate a buy, because look at Jack and look at Neff. Their money is shocking.
Plays with my heartstrings. Makes me panic when players do that. It's like they hear that the round's over and then they push out. You've just been hiding for the whole round. Just stay hidden. But 13-12. Royals UK very much still in this. Yes, okay, their buy isn't great, but they have got a few rifles to work with. Just need to get one of those early kills. Neff did push out aggressively last time from A. I'd like to see him take a little bit more of a defensive approach. But I suppose if he is to catch someone off guard, then that will be very advantageous for his team. And this is, I mean, I've said it a few times, but this is so much closer than I thought it was going to be. And yes, okay, if Fish do win this round, then that's probably game over. But if Royals UK win it, it's game on.
Definitely. But this is not the series I expected to be this close. You know, I would have said Impulse versus Endpoint would have been closer than this one. I was expecting a whitewash, as were you, but this is a great performance from Royals, and long may it continue. They've got the man advantage. Neff is tagged up, but running through the molly is going to be Sliggy. That's ballsy. He doesn't fully commit. It doesn't spread to his position, though, and Capiz, he's very tagged up. These could be some entries here for Fish, and it will be. Sliggy gets one, make that two, and now the man advantage as they converge out onto the site.
Yeah, and Capiz is so weak as well there on the site, and if Sliggy can just poke round and just catch a toe, he will be dead. So a lot relies on the rest of the team, but Capiz does manage to find one, really important, but Shaq and Keita come through, leaving just Tesco on his own now, and he's only got a UMP to work with, so very difficult round for him. And Fish do pick it up, and perhaps that is the nail in the coffin for Royals UK.
Seems to be the case. They've got to decide whether they want to eco and play for overtime or buy up and potentially risk losing the game here and now. So I would suggest an eco. Their money's just not good enough. You're not going to get anything special, and they're going to go for the safe play, which is what I like. Not being too forcey. A lot of teams would buy up in this position, but they are just going to go for the safer option, I guess you could say. But even so, picking up 3 rounds in a row after this is going to be far easier said than done. They've got to get something done with these pistols, and if they can save a couple of AKs to make their buy a little bit stronger in the next round, that would be perfect.
Would be perfect, but speaking of perfect, Robin picks up another kill with the AK onto Tesco, and with a man down, it was already pretty much dire straits for them. It's gone from bad to worse, as now Fish123 are just pushing through mid, seeing if they can find anyone. Just at A-long, CRMJ is just going to spray this pistol down through smoke, see if he can find anything, but not going to tag up anyone just yet as Neff gets shut down by Shaq, and the bomb's going to go down for Keita. Now Royals, it's just damage control for Fish123. They just need to stay alive, keep their guns, not give anything away, as Keita picks up another one to CRMJ.
Yeah, and I think one of the issues as Royals is, in terms of their success in this half, their success in the T side was a lot to do with the AWP on CRMJ. He had so many crucial frags. He was top fragging at the end of the first half. Has he even picked up the AWP on the CT side? I don't think I've even seen it. If we could just have a look at the scoreboard so I can see the money. Look, every time they win rounds, they get reset quite fast. So they've not had a chance to build up their economy. They've not had a chance to get this AWP. And as a result, they've been losing out on rounds. I think if they had this AWP on CRMJ, we would be seeing a very different scoreline.
Well, he does have an AWP this round, so perhaps we can start the montage music. But Shaq is going to drop early into drop. Matesco's there. Robin will be there to reply, but Robin is very weak as well. So a little bit of damage done by Tesco. No. When Sliggy finds CRMJ, and that's not what we wanted to see. Really important that Neff gets some kills now. Finds one. Can he find a second? No, he can't. If he was able to spray down 2, maybe 3, it would have been a very different round, but now it's a 3-on-2. Some very weak members of Fish, though. Jack and Capiz need to work together. Capiz finds Robin. So this retake is entirely possible, but they need to work together and communicate well.
The utility on Fish is perfect as well. This is going to make it so much harder, but regardless, they've got nothing to do other than try. And Jack, nice entry there. Batham's going to trade. It's a 1-on-1. Batham has to hold off this kill to make his team win the map, but Capiz, he's got to keep it alive for Royals. He's going to start to round his way around the back of the site. Batham, though, he's checking the spot. He gets the headshot as well. Fish, they're going to pick it up. 16-12 in a phenomenal comeback after a dominant half from Royals. We're going to see Fish pick it up, and I can't say I'm surprised.